Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome on into college basketball here on Play-by-Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. I actually just realized I do have to make a switch to this graphic up here, so we're just going to take it off for right now, because why not? But yes, we will definitely make sure that we do that. Folks, if you are just tuning on in for the very first time, I covered the Sixers, I covered the Eagles, and I covered the Phillies, but I wanted to try something new. As the college basketball season is in the middle of its prime right now, I wanted to try to see if I could do some more college basketball games. So we're just going to be trying to get into the swing of that. Might be a little bit rusty, but hopefully you guys can bear with me and that you guys will enjoy as time goes on. But there's probably going to be, I don't like to say this, but you know, at least visually, contextual wise, there might be a couple of hiccups today. There might be some things that obviously I'm going to have to play around with, but I do hope that you guys enjoy, and I want to thank you all so much for being on here. We got a big game tonight. Okay, this Kansas Jayhawks team is going up against the Iowa State Cyclones. The Cyclones have not lost a game this year. They've been really, really strong. They are 3-0 in Big 12 play. Kansas, on the other hand, they're 11-5. They were actually 1-2 in Big 12 play. They actually ended up winning their last Big 12 game a couple of nights ago, and it was actually more so of a miracle that they were actually able to come back and win that game. But Council went off in that game for them, and he was just able to take on over in overtime. They ended up winning by a final score of 104-100, and were able to get themselves a big W. But this is the worst start that they've had under Bill Cerf since the 2005-2006 season. And so the big question for them is, can they try to figure out the shooting in tonight's game? They shot the ball 30% in their last game from three, and everybody else besides Peterson and White were actually 2 for 11 from downtown. So they really just have not been able to find any sort of consistency this year when it comes to just their three-point shooting. Obviously, a lot of their success has been credited to Darryn Peterson, who is playing in his 8th game of the season in tonight's game, averaging 22.5 points per game. Still hasn't been able to close out a game yet, so we'll definitely see if that's going to be the case in tonight's game when the game comes down to the wire. But averaging 27 minutes per game as well, 4.7 rebounds, and 2.1 assists per game as well. But meanwhile, on the other side, for the Iowa State Cyclones, they've had some success with their shooting, and Joshua Jefferson has just been leading the way for them. This senior is just having himself an awesome season, averaging 17.7 points per game. Him and Momcilovic have just been absolutely unbelievable. Momcilovic, in his last game that he actually played in, 16 of his 18 points that he scored were in the first half. So we'll see how things do shape up for them in tonight's game, but this is a big test for them. This is their best start that they've had in their program history. So we'll see if their story, their undefeated story, continues tonight as they have to go to Allen Fieldhouse in Kansas to take on the Jayhawks. As far as the referees go for tonight, Brett Smith is the referee, along with Brooks Wells and Kip Kissinger. Those are the officials for tonight's game. I just want to hear from you guys, from your perspective. For those of you that have been following the college basketball landscape, what has surprised you with both of these teams this year? What has really stood out to you with the Jayhawks and even just with the Cyclones? And what do you think that both teams are going to have to do tonight in order for them to try to seal out a win? I would really like to hear what you guys have to say about that. Somebody to keep your eye on in tonight's game, of course, is Tamin Lipsey as well. This guy's been averaging 14.5 points per game, also 3.7 rebounds and 5.5 assists too. This will be his 14th game that he has played in, so you're definitely going to want to try to look out for him. He's a really good passer. He's a senior, 6 feet 1 inch tall, but he's been very solid for them. In his last game against Oklahoma State, he actually had 11 points, but he did have 4 assists, and he also had 3 rebounds in that game as well in 25 minutes, and did shoot the ball 4 for 9 from the field. So the Cyclones have certainly had a lot of leadership from him this year, and he's been one of those guys that's just been really dominant and has just stepped up to the plate. So you're going to definitely want to look out for him in tonight's game. For some reason, and I'm trying to see why this is not on right now, they have the TGL game live, and I thought that college basketball was going to be on here. So let's try this. No, I don't know why it's not on. So let's go to the live stream right now. Yeah, it says that it's going to get started at 9 o'clock. Again, this is our very first game that we're doing for college basketball, so appreciate you guys for being on here. We got Mark in the chat. What's going on? Dallas Mod Girl says, hell no, you can't have Bo. Oh, man, Dallas. Obviously, we've been keeping our look out for that, that's for sure. Snowman Zeri says, go Cyclones. I'm an Eagles fan and a Kansas Jayhawks fan and a Penn State fan, says Steven. Steven, thank you so much for coming on here, my friend. Again, I really appreciate you guys for being on here. This is our first college basketball game that we've done on Play-by-Play with JJ. We usually do Sixers basketball, Eagles football, and Phillies baseball. So might be a little bit rusty tonight, but I do hope that you guys stay with me. We do like an old school radio play-by-play style of a call. And obviously, we know that people cannot tune on into these games because of TV access. But we do hope, first of all, that we're able to get the game, because it says that it's on ESPN, and they're showing the golf tournament, the TGL golf tournament, and this game should be on. So that's a little bit weird and a little bit strange, but. Okay, maybe it's, I don't know, hopefully it's not a blackout or what it is, but, JJ Leafs won last night, says Dallas. Woohoo. Oh, man. Yeah, they're starting to get hot, that's for sure. They certainly are starting to get hot. 9:04 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, let me know what your final score predictions are for this game down below. Would really appreciate that. And tell me how you guys feel about this Kansas Jayhawks Cyclones game. What else do I want to talk about? As far as point spread goes for tonight, the Cyclones open up the spread at 3.5-point favorites against the Kansas Jayhawks. So the money line for Iowa State in tonight's game is at -170. And so Kansas is an upset, but they're at +142 if you decide to take their money line. So, yeah, that is what's going on. The over-under in tonight's game, the over-under is at 152.5 for those of you that are interested in taking that. So I just wanted to throw that out there, too. The over-under is at 152.5 for tonight's game. All right, is the game going to come on here or not? Hopefully it does. Again, I want to make sure that I thank each and every one of you for following along. Hopefully, I believe that we should be able to get this game. Again, I mean, it says that it's on ESPN, and it says that it's live right now, but it's currently not on. It's 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. and hopefully they will get things started very soon. What else do we got? What else do we got going on over here in the chat? Anything else good to go? No. Iowa State, by the way, 1,501 wins in their in their school history. 1,406 losses as well. TJ Otzelberger is the head coach in his 5th season. And he's certainly had a lot of success. He's obviously spent his coaching career, started off back in 2001 at Burlington Catholic Central High School, and then worked his way all the way up to South Dakota State and UNLV. Was there for UNLV for 2 years. Has been with Iowa State ever since the 2021 season. So as a head coach, he's 210 and 108 in his head coaching tenure. 5-6 in NCAA D1 tournaments, and 0-1, of course, in the NIT. All right, so the PGA tournament is just done right now, so that means that we should be getting ready to start things off. There we go. Okay, they got Florida and Oklahoma on ESPN News, and Virginia at Louisville on ESPN2. So now we're just waiting to see if this game is going to be shown. All right, yes, okay, now they're previewing this game. Okay, good to know. 9:07 p.m. Eastern Time. Joshua Jefferson, we talked a little bit about him. As far as the Cyclones go, I guess that the main point of emphasis for them in tonight's game is obviously to just try to get to do a really good job boxing out and getting rebounds. They got Blake Buchanan, who's done a very good job rebounding the basketball for them this year, averaging 6.5 rebounds per game. And Joshua Jefferson has certainly been a tall man for them as well, who can certainly climb up the ladder and corral misses too. So they're going to have to try to do a really good job on both sides of the glass. That's something that they're really going to have to describe as a point of emphasis in tonight's game. Kansas, again, we talked about them. They are 11-5. They're coming off of a big loss against West Virginia. And the main reason why they ended up losing that game, besides just the three-point shooting, they got out-rebounded 38-32. So they're going to have to also try, for their sake, they're going to have to do a good job boxing out, and they're going to have to shoot the three ball a lot better. Going 8 for 27 from downtown, certainly not going to cut it. And Peterson was one of the only players that was knocking down shots. It was really just him and Trey White who were going off from three-point range. And other than that, everybody else was just ice cold. Didn't really get a lot of contributions from their bench. Marco Jackson had 8 points off the bench, and that was a team high for them in 29 minutes of play. So they're going to have to really try to focus on that area of the game. And I'm just curious to see how Flory, and we didn't really talk much about him, but Flory Bedunga, I'm curious to see how he ends up doing against some of the bigger matchups against Joshua Jefferson, of course, and also seeing him out there against Blake Buchanan. But we shall see how that does turn out. As far as other scores around men's basketball, well, we're going to do that right now. UVA is up 71-64 with 2:54 left to go in the second half. Texas A&M, they're beating Tennessee, the Volunteers. They're actually, down by 1, 64-63 with less than 3 minutes to go in the second half of that game. The Huskies, they lead at 30-22, and they are taking on the Seton Hall Pirates, and that's the score there as they are in the second half of that game as well. Oregon just got things started. They're taking on Nebraska. Houston against WVU. West Virginia University, the Mountaineers, who are 11-5 on the season, taking on the 15-1 Houston Cougars. And by the way, that game right now, it is a 16-5 game. Houston has certainly came out firing out of the gates. Clemson did win 74-50 against BC earlier today. MSU ended up beating Iowa today, or Indiana, 81-60 was the final score of that game. In Florida and Oklahoma University, it's a 6-4 game over there. So we have some other games that are going to occur in a little bit as well. Lou is also here. What's going on, Lou? How you doing, man? Good to see you, my friend. All right, so we are ready to get things started as Iowa State and Kansas about ready to tip things off. Dan Schulman is, of course, on the broadcast for tonight's game over on the ESPN side of things. And all righty, here we go. So we will have opening tip-off here as let's get our scoreboard up and running. And here's the tip-off, and that's going to go over to the Jayhawks as they will get the ball first. Okay, where is it? Let's make sure that we pull up the scoreboard here. And again, thank you all so much for being on here. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Here's a layup by Tiller. He puts it up and is able to make it, and that's a 2-0 game. So Tiller able to put it up and put it on in. That's Bryson Tiller, who's averaging 24.5 minutes per game this year. Tamin Lipsey, Killian Torrey, also in the starting lineup for Iowa State, going downhill and trying to go up with a reverse layup. Not that time. Missed shot there. That was ended up being Bedunga, I believe. And now Kansas has the ball. 2-0 so far. Jayhawks out in front. Okay. Melvin Council Jr., Darryn Peterson, of course, leading the way for the Kansas Jayhawks. Here's a layup. That's up, and that's in. And so the tie is good. That was Bryson, or the next layup is good, and that's Bryson Tiller again who makes the layup. So it's a 4-0 start. Tiller starting to get things going so far in this game. And we talked about it, Kansas 11-5 on the season, and Iowa State 16-0. That is their record. Bryson Tiller just made a layup, and Iowa State looking to respond on the other side. A bounce pass and a wide-open three that is off the mark, off the hands of a Jayhawk, and it goes on out of bounds. That was Joshua Jefferson misfiring that three from the far wing from 24 feet. Jefferson in his last game, as he gets the ball here over on the Iowa State side of things and ended up just throwing the basketball away. He's supposed to go to a cutting man over towards the rim. Jefferson, in his last two games, has put up 19 points in each of those games. He did have 17 rebounds against Baylor, but against Oklahoma State, he only had 5. He had 5 boards, 5 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal. Did get into a little bit of foul trouble with 4 fouls. He did also turn the ball over 3 times, but ended up doing it in 36 minutes. So here we go. Iowa State not doing a good job on the defensive side, and Kansas takes advantage as they're able to get a wide-open dunk, and that was by Flory Bedunga. That guy can certainly flush it down. It's 6-0 Jayhawks. On the other side, Iowa State trying to go downhill, and the layup is up, and that's good. That was a really tough shot there, down low in the post by Joshua Jefferson. He had a defender right on skates and was still able to put it up and put it on in. 6-2 Kansas. On a drive over to the basket, that's Melvin Council Jr. Couldn't get the finger roll finish to go. Rebounded by Iowa State on the other side. So we played about 3 minutes, a little bit under 3 minutes in this first half so far. The ball does get slapped out of the hands of Momcilovic, and that's going to go on out of bounds. So that's now 2 turnovers for Iowa State. And Kansas again looking to take advantage. Over on the other side, it's a 6-2 ball game with 17:05 left to go here in the first quarter. Sorry if the scoreboard is a little bit behind. Again, apologize about that. A little flush, and that is good to make it now 8-2. Kansas able to get Flory involved once again on offense. Flory Bedunga just finishing at the rim with both hands. A drive to the basket again on the other side, and we have a foul called. That's going to be on Iowa State. Heard earlier today, NFL news-wise, that Mike Tomlin did step down as the Steelers head coach. So it is an 8-2 start as Kansas has a 6-point lead. Again, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on the bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. Lipsy got fouled as he tried to hit a layup, and his first free throw is going to hit off the back iron. It's no good. Lipsy, so far on the season as the senior, playing over at the guard, averaging 14.5 points per game, shooting 49.7% from the field, and he's a 75% foul shooter as well. He does make the second free throw, and it's now an 8-3 ball game so far with 16:40 left to go in the first quarter. Okay, so let's make sure we got this right. Jefferson, Momcilovic, Torrey, all out there for the Iowa State. Then you got Badunga, Council Jr., White, and Peterson all out there for Kansas. Here's a three by Kansas on the other side. That's no good. And Marco Jackson just subbed on in for Kansas. And Tamin Lipsy came on out for Iowa State. And Nate Heisey just subbed on in for him. Trey White just missed a tray, and that was Torrey who got the rebound. Here's a three by Kansas on the other side, and that is just a little bit short. As Council Jr. got the board there. Again, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Darryn Peterson trying to take it over to the rim, gets it denied, and it's going to go on out of bounds. 8-3 score so far. That's now the third turnover, by the way, by Iowa State. Kansas has not turned the ball over just yet. 8-3 start for the Jayhawks, coming off of a bad loss that they had in their last game. We played a little bit under 5 minutes so far in this first half. And again, if you were just tuning on in for the first time, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Peterson going over towards the rim, trying to lay it up, cannot do so, and that shot is just missed from the baseline. And so Iowa State does get the rebound. Driving inside is Trey White, and he just lost the ball again. Iowa State just turning the ball over left and right. And we are going to have a timeout here. 15 minutes and 33 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. See you soon. everybody? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on the bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. Got the Jayhawks taking on the Iowa State Cyclones tonight. It's an 8-3 start for Kansas, and they have been led by Bedunga, who has 4 points. Also, the other guy that scored the other half of the points, Bryson Tiller. He has 4 points in 3 minutes so far. So, yeah, we talked a lot about the rebounding battle side of things. Kansas so far in this game only has 2 rebounds. Iowa State puts up 5, including 1 offensive rebound in this one so far. So, rebounding has been a big point of emphasis as we're ready to get out of this timeout here. Again, folks, if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I'm really excited to dive more on into the March Madness and the college basketball side of things and try to just get more and more reps doing that. I think that would be really cool. You know, we're not going to just cover one team. We're going to try to cover we're going to just try to do whatever games that we can. And I do hope that you guys enjoy. 8-3 start so far for Kansas, and they are just out of the timeout right now. They got Bedunga, Council Jr., White, and Peterson out there, along with Tiller as well. Here's Trey White going up with a little runner inside. It was off balance. It goes off of a Cyclone's hands, and another Cyclone's able to come up with the board, and that was Lipsy. So Trey White just missed a 15-foot jump shot. Down low on the block, getting that over for the Cyclones, and putting it back out for a three-point shot. No good. That was Timeen Lipsy, who could not get the shot to go from straight on. Each team so far 0 for 3 from downtown. Here's a little dunk inside, a dunk attempt that is, and that's no good. Offensive rebound by Kansas, and the floater is up, and there's going to be a foul called, and we're going to have some free throws coming on up over here. So the Jayhawks gonna go to the line, and we're going to have some foul shots coming on up. That's Elmarco Jackson, who's going to be at the line. Jackson, a guard, 6 feet, 3 inches tall, 195 pounds, from Marlton, New Jersey. And his first free throw is going to hit the backside of the rim, and it'll not go on down. Have some more substitutions coming on in for Kansas. See that Jamari McDowell, the 6'5" guard, stepping on in. And also Melvin Council Jr. still out there. And then Flory Bedunga down low over on the block, trying to box out his defender. And that is just not going to work, as the foul shots are good. 9-3 starts. Here's Trey White handing it off and getting the ball turned on over. Nice steal there by Kansas as the Jayhawks come up with the steal. They ended up doing a good job there. Number 13 with the basketball, it's Elmarco Jackson. And delivers it back over outside. Jackson gets it back, trying to go up against his defender. And can he lay it up and in? No, he does not. 14 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Here's a drive to the basket, getting tripped up, and the ball ends up going out of bounds. Incredible defense by Flory Bedunga there. And that's the 6th turnover by Iowa State. Again, not the start that they really wanted to come on up with. Team that is 16-0. Looking to try to stay undefeated and do so against this Kansas team. Bryson Tiller just came back on in for Kansas, and Dominicus Pleta just subbed on now for Iowa State. Blake Buchanan subbed on in for him. 11-3 start by Kansas as that shot is up and in. 10 points, all of them in the paint for Kansas, as Bryson Tiller just made a layup. On the other side, there's a 3 that's up, and that is good. And knocking that one down over on the near wing, Samis Calderon knocking it down. 11-6, Kansas up by 5. 13:25 left to go in the first quarter. Excuse me, that was actually Joshua Jefferson able to knock down that shot. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Kansas trying to attack on the other side, and there's a 3 that's no good by Dominic Nelson, and that is just up and out. Jamari McDowell, that is. We have another foul called. 11-6 starts. Of course, both teams playing in the Big 12 Conference. Iowa State 3-0 in conference play, and Kansas 1-2. They are 2 games in back of Arizona, Iowa State, BYU, Houston, and all 4 of those teams are 3-0 in the Big 12 Conference. Inbound pass goes on over to Kansas, and here's a step back 3 that is up, and that is good. Make it now 14-6. It's Melvin Council Jr. averaging 13.5 points per game, hitting it over on the far wing. This guy just continues to be very impressive in this game. 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Iowa State responding on the other side. That's Nate Heisey. And again, comment down below if I'm pronouncing these names correctly. If I'm mispronouncing something, feel free to call me out. 12 minutes and 30 seconds left here in this opening half between Kansas and Iowa State. Down low on the block, handing it off and getting it stolen away by an Iowa State Cyclone. Terrible pass there. Over on the outside, swinging it over towards the near side and putting up a floater is Heisey, and that's just no good. The guy that got the steal, that was Jamari Bateman, who ended up getting the pick, and then that just could not convert on into anything there. Another ball that almost came on loose, and Kansas trying to attack on the other side. A 3 is up, and that is good. That's by Trey White. And getting the assist over on the near side is Jamari McDowell. So it's now 17-9. Kansas is up by 8. Trying to respond on the other side with a tray. Looks like that was Nate Heisey, and that was just no good. In and out it goes. White thinking 3, decided not to shoot it. Hands it off over towards the outside. Flory going downhill, handing it off, swinging it back outside to Trey for another tray. Splash! Oh, what a shot there. 20-9, 11-17 to go in the first half. And Iowa State is going to burn a timeout. 20-9 is the score. All righty. Wow. The Kansas Jayhawks are heating up so far. Crazy. All right, 20-9 is the score. Again, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Mark Kavitsky is here. He says, oh my gosh, I forgot, JJ, I saw your short on the Petulo dismissal. Yeah. Definitely gave my thoughts about that. Been obviously keeping our eyes all day on this whole Bo Bichette stuff for the Philadelphia Phillies, and did as best of studying as I could, of course, for this game. So, again, hopefully you guys are doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Appreciate everybody that is on here. We've been streaming for 46 minutes and 10 seconds. We're going to be doing some more college basketball stuff, and we got another game going on tomorrow night that I'm really, really excited about, and that should be a lot of fun. We're doing one of the 11 o'clock games tomorrow night, and so that'll be really cool to see. We got... I believe we got the TCU BYU game. That's the game that we are doing. TCU 11-5, BYU 15-1, 3-0 in the Big 12. Okay, nice stuff. Texas A&M is down by 2 points in OT. They trail 73-71. Lane has 17 points and 8 assists for Texas A&M. And Gillespie, how about this? 18 points for him and 4 steals. The UConn Huskies, they lead it 53-38 against Seton Hall. UConn 16-1. They are 6-0 in the Big East. They've had themselves a fantastic season. And part of the reason why is because of, obviously, they've been led by Terrace Reed, who's been having himself a very good game for the Huskies at the center position. Other thing, too, is that Solo Ball and Alex Caravan and Braylon Mullins have obviously been stepping up for them as well. So, all right. Good stuff so far. Appreciate you all for being on here. Tiller with 6 points for Kansas, and White with 6 points as well. Just splashed a 3 over at the top of the perimeter. And so it's a 20-9 start. The Cyclones have just been turning the ball over a plethora amount of times. They have just not been able to stay disciplined. And TJ Otzelberger has certainly got to be happy with obviously how his team has played so far this year. But just not in this game. They have been very sloppy. They've been making some careless mistakes. And Kansas has been able to take advantage. So they've certainly done their share of work so far in this game. 11:13 left to go here in the first half. With the ball over on the near side and handing it off over to a three-point shooter. And that's up and that's in. That was Milan Momcilovic. Again, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. I think I've said that like 5 times. I apologize. I do. 20-12 is the score. 10 minutes and 50 seconds left in this first half here. Jefferson with 5 points so far, and White with 6, leading the way for each team. 10 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in this first half. Darryn Peterson, of course, the freshman from Canton, Ohio, has been absolutely terrific this season. As Peterson gets the ball down low, puts up a tough 2, count the bucket, and a foul. And that makes it now 20-12. And so, we, I believe, are going to have a free throw. Are they going to call a foul on the floor? Is that what it is? Looks like Peterson got the shot off. And they will call it a foul on the floor. Huh. Flory Badunga is going to get the inbound pass. Tries to hand it off over to Peterson. Over by the logo. Flory with the screen. Flory looking for some help. Hands it off over on the outside. And that's to Jackson. And going downhill is Jackson for a 2. Handing it back off over to Flory Badunga. And we have another foul called. How's everybody feeling in the chat? Make sure you guys comment down below. We appreciate each and every one of you for being on here. Now, Marco Jackson at the line. 3 fouls by Iowa State in the last minute or so. First free throw hits off the back iron, and it will go on down the drain. It's good. Stepping back in for Iowa State, you got Tameen Lipsy coming back on in. And then, of course, Killian Torrey still out there. The second foul shot is good. And that now makes it 22-12 with 10:28 left to go here in the first half. With the rock now for Iowa State is Tameen Lipsy. Takes it over towards the top of the key at the Jayhawks logo. Swings it back outside. Delivers it over to Nelson. Back at the top of the key is Jefferson driving downhill, and he is fouled. It looks like that he got fouled by Flory Badunga. And we will have another inbound pass over here with 10:09 left to go here in the first quarter. In the first half, I should say. 22-12. The inbound pass goes over towards the near side. That's Blake Buchanan giving it down low. And Joshua Jefferson did get the ball blocked. And we again have another stoppage in play. Bryson Tiller, 6 points and 2 fouls. He's starting to get into a little bit of foul trouble. Bryson Tiller got called for a foul. And we will have some free throws coming on up right now. Make sure you guys let us know down below where you guys are tapping on in from. Again, appreciate you guys for being on here. Here's the first free throw, and that is good by Iowa State. Trey White is going to sub on in for Kansas. Bryson Tiller is going to have a seat over on the sideline. Jefferson, a pretty good foul shooter, is able to connect on both free throws. and cuts the deficit to 8 for Iowa State. 22-14. Over on the outside, operating the ball is Darryn Peterson. And Peterson dumps it back off to Elmarco Jackson. Jackson to Peterson. And a floater again is up and in by Darryn Peterson. He's been attacking so far. Able to hit the little pull-up floater, if you will. Making it now 24-14. 9.5 minutes remaining. Trey gets it and delivers it over on the outside. 10 seconds left on the shot clock for Iowa State. They got to give it up here. And a tough layup. Good defense by Kansas. And the layup ended up getting blocked. And Kansas, I believe, is still going to have possession of the ball. 9:22 left to go here in the first half. Excuse me, Iowa State's going to have the ball. Dominic Nelson is going to head on over to the line. Takes one bounce, and the first free throw goes on in and out. Now Marco Jackson will sub on out for Kansas. And Melvin Council Jr. going to step back on in. Council in the senior year from Rochester, New York, averaging 40.5% shooting-wise from the field. As the free throw is no good, it goes off of a Jayhawk and out of bounds, and it'll be Iowa State basketball as they will have possession yet again, and that's going to reset the shot clock to 20 seconds. 9 minutes and 16 left remaining here in the first half. Looking to inbound it, Iowa State, handing it off and giving it up over towards the near side. That's Tameen Lipsey. Tries to go for a 2. The ball gets saved, but it's intercepted by a Jayhawk. And here we come. Here come the Jayhawks over on the other side. Peterson on the drive to the basket. Lays it up with the left hand. And lays it on in. Darryn Peterson able to get a steal. And then he is able to convert on the layup as well. 4 points, 2 for 5 shooting-wise he is from the field in this game. 8:45 left to go in the first half here. Backing down his defender is Trey. And he hands it off and puts up a 3. And can't get that one to fall. Trey White not able to capitalize on the three-point opportunity there. Council Jr. dribbling around the timeline, hands it off, and delivers it back on over towards Trey White's way. White's 3 is off the mark again. And Joshua Jefferson able to get the rebound for Iowa State. Tries to lay it up and in, misses the layup. Trey White got credited with the block there, and Kansas has numbers on the other side, and they're able to cash in from 3. It was a 3-on-2 possession there, and now a 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Trey White, you can't leave that guy wide open in the corner, and that's exactly what they did. 29-14 Jayhawks. Here we go, 7:40 left to go in the first half. Swinging it over towards the outside and trying to knock down a 3 there yet again is Tameen Lipsey. He's been ice cold in this game so far. Has not been able to buy a bucket in quite some time. The handoff over by the Jayhawks. And Peterson hands it off again and gives it to the big fella, Flory Badunga, who goes up with a hook shot. And Iowa State calls another timeout. Kansas, man, they've just gone absolutely mad so far in this game. 7:20 left to go in the first half. 31-12. The Jayhawks lead it by 17 points, 31-14. All right, I'm going to take a quick step off. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a little bit. on into Play-by-Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. We cover the Sixers, we cover the Eagles, and we cover the Phillies, but we're also trying to do some college hoops as well. We're going to be doing some more games. Obviously, that hasn't been the best performance so far, but as we continue to go, it's going to continue to get better and better, and I'm just really happy that we're doing this. We're stepping out of our comfort zone, and we're trying to build our brand and build our audience, and I think that as time goes on, it's going to get a lot easier, and it's going to be like riding a bike, you know. I used to call college games, by the way, for Rowan University. I used to do that when I was in school. I graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022. I also got to call games for the Blue Coats and for the Blue Rocks for Delaware and Wilmington. So that was really cool. And now we're just getting reps on here and trying to build a really strong community for play-by-play for the Philadelphia sports and also for college basketball. So it's pretty nice. 12 seconds left on the shot clock here with 7 minutes left to go in the first half. On a drive to the basket, putting up a little baby hook shot that time is Joshua Jefferson, and he has his way. And we've talked about him. It's just going to be really tough to stop that guy, especially when you get to a one-on-one situation. 31-14 is the score. Down low on the other side for the Jayhawks, handing it back over, and getting it back is Flory Badunga. Drives it over towards the lane, puts it up, cannot put it on in, and rebounded again on the other side. That is Dominic Nelson, who tries to go coast to coast, and he does. Dominic Nelson able to get the scoring started. 31-16. JJ, the music's still playing. I have got to figure that out. But yeah, we just did turn it off. Thank you so much again. All right, here's a three that's up, and that one is good by the Jayhawks. It's Trey White knocking down another tray. He is 4 for 5 from downtown and 3 for 3 from the corner. This, by the way, is the largest deficit of the season for Iowa State. They are down 34-16. What a game so far. A turnaround J by Momcilovic, no good. Offensive rebound by Lipsy, and a three-point shot again by Milovic is no good. And that is going to be another Kansas rebound. They are on a 12-2 run, Kansas. The Jayhawks have been doing this for the last 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Over on the outside, pump faking, shimmying, trying to put up a three, and not being able to knock it down. That's Elmarco Jackson. And Kansas gets another steal. Bad pass there. Joshua Jefferson did just get a block, and then he turned it on over. Jackson got the steal, and Kansas trying to take advantage of this again over on the other side. At the top of the key is Darryn Peterson. He drives it over to the cup and finishes with the left hand. Darryn Peterson having himself quite a day with now 4 points. He has now 6 points in this game, but he's been doing a really good job facilitating the ball on the other side, trying to go up with a two, and no good. The ball gets volleyballed around. The Jayhawks try to pick it up as it goes over towards the ground, and it's going to head on out of bounds off the hands of a Jayhawk player. It looks like that was down low. Paul Mbaya, and 36-16. Is the score. Okay. 4 minutes and 39 seconds left to go in the first half. And Kansas has a 20-point lead. Driving downhill and taking it over to the baseline. Giving it back over towards the near side. That's Nate Heisey. Gets it knocked loose and stolen away. The 9th turnover by Iowa State, and that's been the storyline. Kansas just committed their 2nd turnover, and Iowa nearly turned it over again out in transition. Stepping back on the near side is Momcilovic, and he will hand it off towards the near corner. That's Dominic Nelson trying to drive it downhill. He lost the ball, and the 10th turnover by Iowa State, as Kansas again comes up with yet another steal. That was Jackson, who just recorded his 3rd steal of the half. Gosh, they've been so sloppy with the ball. Giving it outside to Jackson for a three. It's up, and it's good! Jamari McDowell with the beautiful assist, and Jackson knocking it down again over on the far corner. And the Kansas crowd is loud at the Allen Fieldhouse. 17-2. Down low is Jefferson working up against Flory, and he's going to go up with a shot, and he is fouled. But a timeout taken. 3 minutes and 26 seconds to go in this first half. 39-16 is the score. The Jayhawks have just been absolutely destroying Iowa State in this one so far. JJ, do you do fantasy basketball or baseball or both? I did fantasy basketball a while ago. I did fantasy baseball. I technically did join a couple of weeks last year, but I wasn't really as into it. I kind of regretted doing it because during baseball and basketball season, I'm just more so focused on the broadcasting side of stuff. But yes, I have done it, and I have taken it seriously, just not over the last couple of years, and probably am not going to do it this year. I hosted a fantasy league for baseball last year. Maybe if people are interested, I might do it again, but I don't know. We'll see. 39-16 is the score in the first half. Again, I really appreciate you guys for being on here, supporting play-by-play with JJ. We don't usually do. This is our very first college basketball game. I'm really excited about that. That's pretty sick, man. DN says I enjoy all fantasy sports. That's cool, dude. That's really cool. Who's your college team, my friend? Who's your college team? Comment down below. What did Jana say? Yeah, the music was opposite of the action. Cool that you're doing this game. Yeah, it's nice. It's cool. Now trying something new. And, yeah. I used to do a lot of college basketball games when I was in college, but, this is going to be a little bit different, right? Because, usually, when you're doing it for a TV station, you obviously make the spotting charts. You make sure that you take time to do this stuff. I didn't decide to do this until yesterday, and I wanted to just try it out. And then we just figured out what games that we were going to do. So after this game tonight, probably going to add some shorts and then start getting ready for tomorrow night's basketball game that we're going to be covering. We obviously do have the Sixers too, but there's really not as much prep that obviously goes on into that because, the league, the players, and you're very familiar with that. So that's easy. But we wanted to do this to try to expand the brand. My goal this year, guys, is to get to the 15,000 marker. And that's going to take a lot of work on my end. And so I figured that this would be a really good thing to do. I do have some awesome things planned during the baseball season, but I want to try to do more content, and I want to get more reps at doing different types of games and step a little bit out of my comfort zone. And this is the way to do it. So that's why we're doing this game. I didn't expect that there was going to be a lot of people on here, but obviously, I'm very grateful that you guys are here and that you're enjoying this, if you are enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, well, I hope that the experience gets better, A, as the game goes on, and B, I hope that you're able to come back the next time. Lost my train of thought there. 39-16, Kansas up by 23 points. And Iowa State trying to attack again over on the other side. There's Jamarian Bateman out there for the first time today. Damon Lipsey puts up a three. That's going to hit off the back iron. And an offensive rebound knocked down. That was by Blake Buchanan. They just missed another shot. That was by Milan from three. Darryn Peterson just hauled on in his miss. Peterson with a bounce pass. Hands it off over towards the near side. And Peterson's going to get it back. Peterson to Council. And here's a three-point shot. That's no good. Darryn Peterson not able to assist that there. It's been Peterson, McDowell, and Council Jr. who've been sort of the three-pointers of attack. Flory Bedunga also just got himself another block there. He's averaging 2.5 blocks per game for Kansas. And driving it on the other side, kicking it out over towards the near corner, and putting up a three is Melvin Council Jr. Nice pass made by Trey White by Kansas. And so he was able to find the bounce pass and give it up to Melvin Council Jr., the open shooter from 26 feet. It's now 42-16 Kansas. A handoff and a behind-the-back pass that's supposed to go over to Joshua Jefferson. He can't make it. He ends up getting the steal, and on the second try, puts it back up and in. Actually, that was Killian Torre who ended up making the layup, and they credited him with the offensive rebound. 42-18, and Kansas responds again. A layup made by Melvin Council Jr., and he just continues to rack up points. 8 points for him, 3 for 4 shooting-wise from the field. 1:23 left to go in the first half. It's been all Jayhawks, and there will be a foul on Jamari McDowell. That will be a foul on the floor. Interesting halftime show, of course, coming on up. 44-18 is the score. Jamarian Bateman is going to sub on in for Iowa State, and he will come in for Tamina Lipsey. Kansas will take a timeout with exactly 1:22 to go in the first half, and they'll be back in just a little bit. Just got done listening to the Pens losing a shootout, says Lomball. Thank you so much for being on here, my friend. I appreciate you very much. Sorry about the shootout. At least you guys got a point. But the point of the matter, though, is that obviously you want to come away with more than one. But I apologize about that. Not a good last couple of days for Pittsburgh fans, am I right? Not a good last couple of days. It's too bad. Yes, it's cool. I guess Penn State, because my mom went there. Penn State. What about Penn State? It's like watching the Sixers games, says Mark. Yeah, it's a little bit different. Again, it's it's new players, it's new rules, and that type of stuff. And again, this stuff is going to take time, guys. It just is. But again, as far as the voice and the rhythm goes, I focus on that, and you want to try to obviously knock the players down and all that sort of stuff as far as their names go. Here's an inbound pass that goes over to Iowa State, and they try to capitalize with a 3 offensive rebound, and that was no good. Momcilovic missed it the first time, and on the second try, he's able to knock down the 3, 44-21. Milan Momcilovic able to knock down a tray. Nate Heise is able to get the assist there. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. And Iowa State, again, who is 16-0, getting absolutely destroyed by Kansas. 51 seconds to go. With the ball is Melvin Council Jr. He wants to drive it against his defender. Tries to go for the layup, and that is rejected. It's no good. Iowa State again trying to capitalize on the other side. Here's Jamarian Bateman going down Broadway, trying to take on his defender and handing it off over to Joshua Jefferson, working his way down low, and we have another foul called. Flory Badunga just got on in front of him, swatted the basketball away, and I believe that they will call a foul. Joshua Jefferson in this game, guys, 7 points, 5 turnovers. And he is 2 for 8 from the field. Jefferson thought about taking the 3, decided to go over the pump fake and take it over towards the layup line. Couldn't do so. The ball gets volleyball. Jefferson gets it back and lays it up and on in. 44-23. Shot clock now unplugged. 15 seconds to go in the first half here. 44-23. Jayhawks in the driver's seat right now. Flory handing it off and giving it up over to the near side. That's Melvin Council Jr. Tries to drive it downhill. Euro step down. Gets it blocked by Jefferson. And on the second try, it's no good. Trey White got an offensive rebound there, and he was able to get off the floater, but could not hit it. And we're going on into halftime. 44-23. Kansas in the driver's seat right now as they lead it by 21. I mean, the big story of the game so far is that Kansas just came firing out of the gates. They were shooting the ball 50% from three in that first half. They were absolutely destroying Iowa State on the glass, and also just, they weren't destroying them on the glass, but they were just able to get a lot of nice wide open shots, and they were capitalizing on their field goals. Iowa State in this game, they are 8 for 33 shooting-wise from the field, and Jefferson has been held in check pretty much throughout this entire game. It's been really tough for him going up against Flory Badunga. He has really owned that matchup. JG9 Raid, what's going on? How you doing, Jaguar? Jaguar Gator, what is going on? Big shout out to you, man. Jaguar Gator, I appreciate you, man. I've been following your content for a little bit of time, and I just want to tell you that you're very inspirational, and I really appreciate you for coming on over here. You are the man, dude. You really are. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. For those of you that are just tuning on into the channel, we mainly go live for the Sixers, the Eagles, and the Phillies, but we wanted to try to do some more college basketball. We also do a lot of baseball content during the MLB season, so that's really, really cool. DJ Gene is here in the house. DJ Gene, how you doing? How about this game so far? Kansas has really just absolutely destroyed Iowa State, yeah, there's just a lot of things to talk about with this one. Joshua Jefferson has only 9 points in this game, and he's shooting 3 for 11 from the field. I mean, Tamim Lipsey is 0 for 7 from the field. I mean, who would have thunk that? They're playing really good defense, the Jayhawks. I really have felt like that Flory Badunga has done such an awesome job going up down low in the trees and just holding guys like Joshua Jefferson in check. So we'll see what the adjustments are in the second half. Of course, Trey White has been lighting it up from 3, and Iowa State just has not been able to find any sort of response for him. It seems like that a lot of his shots that he's been taking in this game have been from the corner, and he's not getting any sort of pressure at all whatsoever. So for him to just be able to shoot the lights out from 3, that's pretty impressive. I mean, the guy is also averaging 15.2 points per game, and he had 18 points in his last game and ended up shooting 3 for 7 from the field. But you just cannot leave these wide open shooters open, man. You're covering NFL playoffs, right? Says DJ Gene. Yeah, I'm gonna do some NFL. I am gonna do some NFL playoff games as well. Getting back on the bike again. I mainly cover the Sixers, the Phillies, and the Eagles, and a lot of Major League Baseball. But you know, we're trying to step a little bit out of the comfort zone, of course, and trying to do some more college hoops, and we'll be doing some more NFL playoffs as well. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I went to school for broadcasting and wanted to start a channel for calling games, and that's exactly what we've been doing on here, and it's been a dream come true, really. That's really how I feel about this. But again, I really appreciate all the love and the support, my friend. Jaguar Gator, please comment your link down below, my guy. And thank you so much for showing some love to the channel. We'll definitely make sure that we come back and we say hi to you too, because you are the man. I mean, RF Case is already subbed. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You should cover UFC fights now that they'll no longer be PPP or PPV. Yeah, I'm not as familiar with UFC, but maybe I might try to get out of my comfort zone and do that. Andrew is here. Where did you go for broadcasting, says RFK? Yeah, so I went to Rowan University. I graduated in the spring of 2022. It's in my trailer. You want me to? Should I play the trailer? Should I play the trailer? Here, I'll play the trailer. You know what? I'll play the trailer for those of you who are new to the channel. This is usually like what I do like before I start a game, but I'll play the trailer for you.
Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I missed putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled it out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
So that's a little bit about me. But again, thank you all so much for being on here. 44-23 is the score at the half. Yes, Kansas up by 21 points. And again, we talked about the rebounding. We've also talked about the shooting on both sides. If you're Iowa State, I mean, you're obviously going to want to try to make adjustments and not only try to make Jefferson more comfortable down low on the block, but the other thing, too, about them is that guys like Dominic Nelson just have been certainly erased in this game, but that's just because there have been a lot of trees that they've had to deal with down low. And Tamin Lipsey, a lot of the times when he's getting the ball, he just has to completely throw the hot potato away. And when he is able to try to go up with a shot, he's just not hitting anything. Nothing is going on in for him. So it's been a cold shooting night for him, and they've had to rely more so on Joshua Jefferson to try to make plays, and that just has not been working. So they're going to have to try to mix different things up and try to dial up some more schematic plays. So, but yes, that's certainly what has to happen in the second half. RFK says NFL Films. Yeah, I was there in the spring of. I was there in 2022. Yep, I was there when the Chiefs beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. So, Scott is here. What's up, Scott? And again, thank you all so much for the subs over on my YouTube channel. I really appreciate that. You guys have no idea. It means more than words. And it's really exciting. Tomorrow we have another 76ers game that we're doing. That game is going to be at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. They actually take on the Cleveland Cavaliers tomorrow night. And then that's going to be followed up by we're doing the TCU BYU game at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And we'll be doing that tomorrow night, so that'll be a lot of fun as well. Then Thursday we're off. Friday we got another 76ers game. And then Saturday we're doing a couple of college basketball games. We got, I believe that we're doing the UConn-Georgetown game at 12 o'clock. I have to double-check to see what the schedule is. Oh, no, we're doing Kentucky and Tennessee, I believe that's what it is. And then at 4 o'clock we got Michigan versus Oregon. And then we're going to do the 8 o'clock football game. So that'll be fun, and I'm excited about that. Very, very excited about that. All right. Oh, boy. But how do you guys feel about this game? Let me know down below. What do you think needs to change for both teams? And how do you feel going on into the second half if you're a Jayhawks fan and Iowa State fans? Let me know how you guys feel, too, down below. Obviously, you can't be feeling good with how that first half went, and you certainly are probably very upset. But what is Iowa State going to have to do in order for them to climb back into this game? RFK says, who's your college team? I don't have one, my friend. I don't have a college team. We're just getting on into it. So, haven't really been following along as much. But I can't wait to start, man. I really can't. So it'll be fun. I don't really have a rooting interest for college sports. But I am probably going to definitely get into rooting for players, of course, the more times that we cover these sports. But, yes, this game is great for Iowa State. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. It's great for Iowa State. That's funny. All right. So we should get ready to start soon, right? Shouldn't the second half be underway in a little bit? Other scores around college hoops. UConn is up 65-64 against Seton Hall. There's 29 seconds left in that game. Houston leads it 46-30, and they are taking on West Virginia University. They're taking on the Mountaineers. Houston 15-1 on the season, 46 points for them. Alabama does lead it by 2 at half against Mississippi State. Now Nebraska, they're up against the Oregon Ducks. 42-30 is the score of that game. Biddle does have 10 points for Oregon off the bench. Sanford is Nebraska. Sanford has 14 points for them. And then Michigan State University ended up winning against Indiana, 81-60. That was a big score for them. Fears Jr. at 23, Wilkerson at 19, leading the way for Indiana. And those are some of your scores around college basketball. Tennessee actually did beat Texas A&M in double overtime, 87-82. What a game that was. And Clemson won 74-50. They ended up taking care of business against the Boston College Eagles. And Clemson is now 15-3. They are 5-0 in the ACC. Oh, man. Say it loud for me. The Tar Heels. This is long ball. Yeah. I'd probably say Villanova. And you probably wouldn't be happy if I say that, but I would say that I do like Villanova. I have a lot of respect for Jay Wright, of course, who was the head coach there for a little bit of time, for a while, I should really say. But yeah, I'd probably say Villanova, if I'm being honest. For me personally, I'm honestly shocked that Iowa State is losing. Yeah, it's an upset right now. Technically speaking, it's an upset. 44-23, Jayhawks out in front by 21 points. Again, guys, if you notice that I'm mispronouncing a name, or if you have any sort of critiques, definitely, as long as it's not based off of anything personal or anything like that, all critiques, everything is fair game. So definitely let me know down below, or if you're not comfortable doing that, you can email me, or you can DM me privately over on Discord. You can let me know how you guys feel, how the cast is going, but also what can go better, and what we can do to obviously improve, because this means a lot. I mean, your feedback does mean everything. It does. I always appreciate input, and I don't always like positive input. I like it when people tell me what I need to do better, because that's how I roll, All right, so we shall be starting the second half, hopefully sooner rather than later. Long ball, cards, he says. Sorry, I'm a bit late to the raid, says Michael. Michael, what's going on, Michael? I was talking with my mom. Hopefully it was a good convo with the mom. Oh, man. Villanova's a respectable choice. Yeah. I mean, how can you forget about the Chris Jenkins walk-off shot? How could you forget about that? I'm sure, even just asking you, how could you forget about that? Gosh. LP Sigma is here. He says, I love Nova too. Michael says that he did subscribe. Michael, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, my guy. LP says that the score is shocking. Yeah. It is. I mean, again, if you're just tuning on in for the first time, the Kansas Jayhawks have certainly taken good care of the basketball. Badunga's been having himself quite a good day. White is 4 for 8 shooting-wise in this game. All 4 of his makes have been from 3. Peterson, 6 points for him. And Council Jr., I mean, he's been taking it to the rack, and he's been making some really good plays. He's a good facilitator. It just feels like that the Jayhawks have been controlling the momentum, and they're not only doing a good job on the pick and roll, but they're also just they're playing their pace of basketball, which to me is fast pace, but very what's the right word? It seems like it's very precise. Like they're making all the right plays, they're getting to their spots, they're getting into a rhythm, and it just feels like that Iowa State has just fallen behind the A-ball. They had over 10 turnovers in the first half. When was the last time that Iowa State had 10 turnovers? I don't think that they've even had 10 turnovers in a game this year, and I probably should know that. I just threw myself under the bus, but that is the truth. 44-23. As we are ready to start off the second half. Okay, so Lipsey is going to come on in for Iowa State. Jamarian Bateman also will sub on out. Nate Heisey will also sub out too, and Blake Buchanan steps on in for Iowa State as well. Here's a drive to the basket and a little alley-oop pass. That is up, and that is good. On the passing end, it was Lipsey. And on the receiving end, it looked like it was Blake Buchanan, the 6'10 forward, able to throw it down with two hands. 44-25. Kansas going from right to left. Here's a spot-up three. That is no good. Offensive rebound by Kansas. And the shot is going to go on out of bounds. Last touch by Trey White. As White tried to get the rebound off of the missed three by Bryson Tiller, he tried to lay it up on the reverse, and then it just went off of his hand, and it goes on out of bounds. 44-25, Kansas up by 19. The Iowa State Cyclones have been doing a good job on the boards, but Kansas has been attacking on the perimeter and also in the paint as well. Here's a layup that's up, and that's good. That's by Lipsey, able to scoop and score with the left hand. Yes, he says, God bless RFK. Thank you so much for being on here, man. I really appreciate all the love and the support. 44-27, going down is a Kansas Jayhawk, but there's going to be a foul called. Couldn't necessarily tell who that was that slipped there. But he'll get back up. And we played just 1 minute so far here in the second half. We had a foul called on Joshua Jefferson. And again, got to watch out for him because that's his second personal foul. 9 points, 3 for 11 from the field, and 6 rebounds for the star player of Iowa State. Kicking it out over to another three-point shot. It's up. It's good. And who do you know? It's Trey White again, knocking it down from three. Now, there is a whistle called. There's a whistle called, and they're not going to count the three. 44-27. Eyes up, JJ. Eyes up. Why was that? They called a foul on Jefferson before. That was 7 seconds before the ball was inbounded. Killian Torrey is going to sub out for Iowa State, and Heisey will step back on in. So it's Buchanan, Jefferson, Momcilovic, Lipsey, and Heisey out there for Iowa State. And as Kansas is going to get the ball inbounded here they come over on the near side. Here's a spot-up three by Darryn Peterson. He puts it up, and he knocks it down with a hand in his face. He is now 4 for 9 shooting-wise in this game, and he hit it from the near wing. It was highly contested, and he was just able to put it up and put it on in. 9 for Darryn. Taking it down low over towards the baseline, trying to lay it up and in through traffic. It's good. Golly, what a shot made there by Tamin Lipsey, the 6'1 guard, the senior who weighs 200 pounds, able to just put it up and in. He says, heading back to you, brother. God bless and well wishes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. 47-29. Oh, gonna correct you on pronunciation. Thank you so much, my friend. Here's a layup. That's no good, and the rebound again belongs over to Kansas. So Kansas able to come up with a miss there. And down low, taking it over towards the near side, passing it out over towards Trey White. And White looking to cross on over, gets a screen by Flory. He decides to give it up to his teammate down low underneath the basket, and that's Darryn Peterson, and he is fouled. But yes, make sure that you correct me on the pronunciation stuff. Again, I made sure that I went over things beforehand, but they may not fully be correct. But that's the one thing I do have to make sure I do a better job at for the next time. But this is a growing experience, right? This is how you live, and this is how you learn. Peterson at the line, and the first free throw is up, and it is good. Reached 100 messages over on the YouTube side. That's awesome. That's cool. Blake Buchanan will take a seat, and Killian Torre will step on in. So there we go. It is pronounced as Cha. Yes, my bad. Milan Momcilovic. There we go. I think that's how you say it. I don't know why I mispronounced that. 49-29. Lipsy just missed a layup on the other side, but thank you very, very much. I appreciate that, my friend. Driving it is Melvin Council Jr. He tries to lay it up and in, and it's rebounded by Iowa State. Downhill on the other side, trying to scoop and score. That's Taman Lipsy. That's no good either. Peterson, another tray, and he misses it. That time he's human. So Darryn Peterson not able to come up with a shot there. Peterson trying to play defense on the other side, and that layup is good. I mean, he just got absolutely by Peterson. That Iowa State Cyclone. That was Nate Heisey who ended up making the layup. 8 second-half points in the paint for Iowa State, and yet none by Kansas. It's an 8-5 run for Iowa State so far in this second half. Peterson running down the lane, going up with a floater inside. It's no good. Iowa State has numbers on the other side, and taking it over downhill is Torre again. Torre trying to go up with a layup inside, handing it off to Milan Momcilovic, and Momcilovic able to hit the little reverse layup. I don't really know what that was. It looked more so like it was a hook shot, and he got it off regardless. 49-33, Jayhawks still out in front. Iowa State, though, trying to play better basketball, and Kansas is going to get called with a charge. It was Peterson who was at the foul line, and he just elbowed his defender, and he'll get called for a turnover, and we'll have a timeout taken with 15 minutes and 56 seconds left to be played in the first half. Yes, my mom's family is from former Yugoslavia, says Michael. That's good to know. That's very good to know. Thank you so much, man. And again, if I'm mispronouncing a name, please call me out. If I'm doing something wrong or if you want to see something, please call me out. If you guys want, what I could do right now, I just wanted to, I wanted to have these up, but what I could do really quickly, if you guys want to see what the box score looks like, here it is. I made sure that I had this up and running. So here's Jefferson. He has 9 points in this game. This is Iowa State's players that are on the court right now. And, of course, Milan in this game has 8 points. Torrey is 2. Lipsy has 5. And Heisey has 5 as well. And if we scroll down, Kansas on the other side, Bedunga is 6. Tiller is 6. Council Jr. has 8. White has 12. And Peterson has 11. Sorry, that was the wrong one. There we go. That's better. So that is your box score for now. Hopefully that's better. He says, you're doing a great job. Good night, JJ. I'll see you tomorrow. Kwan's here. He says, hey, JJ, it's been a while since I popped into the stream. Philly's lack of activity in free agency and trade market worries me. They're just going to run it back. Lomball says, I want to see you do the hokey pokey. Oh, is that what it's all about, Lomball? Is that what it's all about? Lomball doesn't want to hear JJ call the game. He just wants to see JJ do the hokey pokey. Just kidding. Yeah. All right, so those are your box score stats. Now it's time to put this back up. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Oh, man. How's everybody doing in the chat? Let us know down below. And again, tell us where you guys are tuning on in from. What got you guys into college basketball? Who are your college basketball teams? And how did your fandom start? Let us know all of that down below because I'm really curious to hear about your stories. Boss says you're a good multitasker. Gotta be a multitasker, especially when you're doing broadcasting. I mean, my gosh, one of the skills that it actually, to be honest with you, took me a little bit of time to learn is how, so on TV, right, what you guys don't realize, for those of you that are behind the scenes, for those of you that just watch the games, Kevin Harlan doesn't just call the game. Kevin Harlan is being talked to, if he's on CBS, by a whole production crew, right? There's a whole production crew of people that are in the truck that do a lot of work, and the producer is talking constantly in his ear, along with his color commentator. And if they're going to an ad or something, he has to be notified. So he's talking as the producer's talking. It's really, really wild. And it takes a little bit of time to just learn how to master those types of things, because when someone's talking to you, you constantly just know in conversation that, all right, like you're not necessarily talking and you're listening. But no, you got to retrain in your brain. You got to listen to what the producers are saying, and you got to talk, and you also have to listen to the color commentator as well and watch the game. It's definitely quite an interesting challenge for sure. But, this is sort of me giving you a little peek behind the curtain. 49-33, Kansas leads it by 16. They're going to get the basketball back. And over towards the near side, taking it over is Flory Badunga off the inbound pass. And he dumps it off over to Trey White. White over on the outside. 18 seconds left on the shot clock here. Hand off again. That goes over to Melvin Council Jr. Council over towards the near side. Gets it down low on the block and swings it over towards the big man down low. That's Bryson Tiller with an easy flush. It's 51-33, and that's the 13th apple of the game by Kansas. Iowa State just with 4. All right, here comes a double team full of defenders, but Iowa State capitalizes with a 3. They decide to go inside-outside, and they left Joshua Jefferson wide open, and that was definitely a mistake there. 51-36, Jefferson with his first tray of the half. 15-point lead for Kansas. A screen comes by Flory, and they decide not to use it. Taking it over towards the near side is Trey White. Another couple of handoffs. And, of course, getting the ball, going up with a 2-point shot by the foul line is Darryn Peterson. Right off the dribble. He took about 2 dribbles and then just hit it from the nail. 13 points now for Peterson. It's 53-36. Kansas able to answer as they have the responses, and Iowa Jamarian Bateman for 3, and he connects on a wide-open 3, and just like that, Iowa State is down by 14 points. So they're now 2 for 3 shooting to the picture, and he was down there for quite a while. Here's another 3 by Iowa State, and they're back in business. 53-42. Nate Heisey with a wide-open 3, and Torrey gets the assist, and we have ourselves a ball game. Timeout by Kansas. Bill Self wants to talk things over. What a game. A 19-9 run by Iowa State. Still a long way to go, but Iowa State has life, says Jake Brend, who, by the way, covers Iowa. It's been a tale of two halves. That's definitely for sure. Both teams, the Jayhawks started off really strong in the first half, and I'll tell you this. The one thing that I've noticed is that Peterson has been, he's certainly gotten his points, but I feel like that Iowa State is sort of playing that game where they're sort of letting Peterson get his, but they're also defending everybody else at a very high level. And they're like, you know what, Peterson, you can have your points even when he's making some tough off the dribble foul line jumpers. But then Council has been sort of held in check a little bit. You saw that he made 4 layups in the first half, and he's been a little bit more so quiet so far to start off the second half. So that's really where things have been so far in this game. Give me 1 second. I am going to put up the vertical scene just so that way if there is a highlight, I have access to that. Yes, there it is. So now we'll take the vertical scenes off, and that's good. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ. This is our very first college basketball game that we've covered here on Play-by-Play with JJ. So it's really exciting, and that's really cool. Again, obviously, constructive criticism is certainly welcome down below as we try to get our first game under our belt, which is pretty nice. So that's really cool. Bedunga 6 points. Tiller has 8. The Jayhawks, by the way, as we mentioned this before, they have 2,393 wins. They've been coached by Bill Self. This is his 22nd season. We did say that heading on into this game that Kansas really has been struggling, and they're off to their worst start under Bill Self since the 2005-2006 season, and we wondered if they'd be able to figure it out. And in the first half, well, they certainly were figuring things out. They were able to play really good team basketball. They did a great job out in transition. They were hitting a lot of open shots. They were attacking, and Iowa State, even though they had their own turnovers and they were sort of getting into their own heads, I got to give credit to the Kansas Jayhawks for playing very physical defense, and you've been seeing a lot of guys step up, including Bedunga and Tiller, to be more so precise on that. 53-42. And Kansas is going to inbound it right underneath their own baseline as they will hand things off. So the Jayhawks have Council back out there along with Marco Jackson. And Jackson hands it off over to Council. Council over on the near side. Gives it over to Jamari McDowell. And getting it back is Jackson again. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Florey Breduga going downhill. Throws it down with both hands. And look out below for Florey Bedunga. That's his 8th point of the game. 3 blocks and 5 boards to go along with that resume tonight. He was absolutely explosive. And speaking of explosive, Iowa State able to respond on the other side. And another two-handed flush that was Nate Heisey off of the Joshua Jefferson drop-off pass. And Heisey able to take it on over to the rim and rattle it on home. All righty, here we go. The ball comes loose. Good defense by Iowa State as they're able to come up with a steal. Trying to capitalize on the other side. Not being able to lay it up and in is going to be Jamarian Bateman. He just missed it. Over on the other side, Killian Torrey comes up with a steal as Melvin Council Jr. had a bad pass. A 3 by Iowa State? No. And that is no good. Rebounded by Kansas. So Kansas, with Trey White out there trying to reset things up here, have 12 minutes left to go in this second half. It's 55-44. Joshua Jefferson just had a block. Also, not too long ago either, we missed that, and I apologize. White on a catch-and-shoot 3 on the near side. He is on fire. 5 made threes for Trey White, and that is a career high. 14-point lead for the Jayhawks, and he just continues to light it up. A flamethrower from downtown. 11:25 left in the second half. Here's a teardrop that's no good. Again, Iowa State not able to respond. And we have a timeout taken with 11:21 to go. Tameen Lipsy just missed a floater. Jefferson got the offensive board, and there was a foul on Trey White, and that's going to lead us to a TV timeout on that side of things. 58-44, Kansas Jayhawks in the driver's seat. Oh, gosh. Yes. For some reason, I don't think that this iPad charger is working. I don't. I don't think it's working. We got 6 of you lovely people tuning on in. Again, thank you all very much. Again, this is our first college game, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy that we're doing it. Obviously, I know what I got to clean up on. I know what I got to do a better job at. And I'm more so excited about doing tomorrow night's game. I'm excited about the rest of tonight's game, of course. But this is pretty cool. This is really awesome. So the Jayhawks have 58 points. The Cyclones have 44 in this game so far. I'm just shocked that Iowa State has responded the way that they have in this second half. And the one person that we really haven't talked a lot about in this second half is Nate Heisey, because that guy, it just feels like in this game, with when he's getting the ball, he's making plays, he's showing off his athleticism and just his explosiveness over towards the cup. It just has been a little bit of trouble for Kansas to try to stop him. And he's getting to his spots. He's rolling down the lane. And the Jayhawks just, I don't know, wouldn't say that they don't have bodies, but they're not doing a good job staying out in front of him. And he's making some really good offensive plays. See him setting some more screens as well. And that's been certainly working out for them. I'm going to take a sip of water. How we doing on the poll, by the way? I forgot to ask about that. How's the poll going? What is new with this poll? Where do people stand? Do they have Kansas winning, or do they have Iowa State winning? Let's look at the poll. Pulling it up as we speak. Paulius Moroskis is getting ready for the St. Mary's San Francisco game. Let's pull up the poll right here. Where's the poll at? Where is it? Who wins this game? The Jayhawks or the Cyclones? 69% of you said the Jayhawks. Okay. 69%. Joshua Jefferson at the line. 12.7 rebounds for him. He's 4 for 12 shooting-wise from the field. Here is the free throw. It's no good. It was a 1-and-1. And he was not able to capitalize on the first free throw, and it's rebounded by Kansas. 58-44. 11 minutes and 10 seconds left to be played in this second half. Over on the near side is Trey White. Swings it over towards Marco Jackson's way. The floater is up. It's no good. And not being able to hit it that time for the Kansas Jayhawks, it was Bryson Tiller. Again, just a little bit soft that time on the finish. Kansas does get the ball back as Joshua Jefferson just missed a layup. And they're looking to hand it off yet again, as being trapped on over towards the near side is going to be Keith Calderman. It's Marco Jackson again. Jackson lost the ball, and it's stolen back by Iowa State. Oh, gosh. Here's a catch-and-shoot three over on the near side by Jefferson. No good. And it'll go on out of bounds. Darryn Peterson had a bad pass there, turned it on over. Or is this ahead? Yes. Defensive rebound by Darryn Peterson. The foul was on Tamin Lipsy. That's who it was. Okay. Kansas, the Jayhawks are 5 for 6 from the line in this game. Just wanted to throw that out there. So we had a foul called on Tamsi. Jamarian Bateman is going to sub out, and Killian Torrey will head on in to take his place. Peterson gets it over towards the baseline. He's being heavily guarded and now gets the handoff again. Peterson looks for some help as he's trapped on over towards the near side. Hands it off. Gives it up down low and trying to dribble through traffic there and getting the ball to try to go up for a 2 is Bryson Tiller. And Tiller hands it off one more time, and Jamari McDowell makes the layup to make it now 61-44. Sorry, it was a 3 there, not a layup. 61-44, Kansas again increasing their lead. And we still have 9.5 minutes left to go. Getting it knocked loose on that drive there. Iowa State tries to come up with the ball. There's going to be a fight for a jump ball on the ground over in the lane, and they will rule it as Kansas ball. A lot of action down low. Both of these teams have been getting really physical. Killian Torrey had a bad turnover. Flory Bedunga ended up getting the steal. That's what he was credited for. And so Kansas again takes advantage, and they will get the ball back. They are shooting 50% from downtown. 10 for 20 to be exact. Flory, Euro step, down the lane. Left-handed finish, it's good. Flory Bedunga, just absolutely deceptive and fooling defensive players, leading Kansas on an 8-0 run over the last 3 minutes. Another wide-open 3, not that time. Rebounded by Kansas. Hauling it in is Melvin Council Jr. off of the missed 3-point shot. 8:40 left to go. Council tries to go coast to coast. That one is good, too. So Nate Heisey missed the 3. Council got the rebound, and then he just took it to the cup himself. It's a 10-0 run by Kansas again. And the Jayhawks absolutely feeling it. The lead goes to 21. This crowd is absolutely loud at Lawrence, or in Lawrence, Kansas, at the Allen Fieldhouse. What a shot. Whew. 65-44 against Iowa State. All right. You know what we're going to go do? We did say that we would go say hi to our boy. We're going to drop his link down below, Jaguar Gator. I want you guys to go say hi to Jaguar Gator and tell him play-by-play with JJ Raid. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. So 8 minutes and 26 seconds left in the second half of this Jayhawks Cyclones game. 65-44 is the score, as they have a 21-point lead. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. We go live for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football, and we're also doing some college hoops as well. We'll be covering more college basketball games all the way up until March Madness, and that's going to be all the way through March Madness. And that's going to be a lot of fun. There's a rebound by Kansas, as they just misfired a 2, Iowa State, that is. Taking it over towards the top of the key is Melvin Council Jr. again. He crosses over again. Takes it to the right side, crosses over one more time, looking for some help, hands it off over towards the near side. And that is Darryn Peterson again with the ball. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Peterson passing it. Here's a three-pointer that's no good. And the shot clock's going to reset. Peterson on the second try gets it. Bingo. 68-44, and the run now is 13-0. Oh gosh! So Council Jr. missed the 3 on the first try. Jamari McDowell got the offensive board, and then Peterson knocked down the tray on the other side. The lead is up to 21 points as Iowa State does respond. And they are just 8 for 22 from downtown. That was Tamin Lipsy who hit the corner J. And from three-point range, able to knock it down. 68-47. The Jayhawks lead it by 21 points. Trey White will sub on in for Kansas. And Flory Bidunga is going to take a little seat. 16 assists for Kansas and 8 for Iowa State. 15 seconds are left on the shot clock. And Council Jr. hands it off, and another 3 is up, and it's Jamari McDowell who knocks it down. And now it's 5 for 9, Kansas shooting from 3 in the second half so far. 6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in this second half. And Iowa State trying to get connected again. The ball gets deflected, and we have a foul on Kansas. Yeah, I got the fan going up over here. 71-47. Where is my remote? Did I leave the remote over there? Where's the remote? I gotta find it. And I can't do that right now. Can't find it right now. We're going to have an official review here. There was a foul called on Bryson Tiller, and the referees are going to review this and take a quick look. I think you got him in the act of shooting. I do. I think he got him right there. Milan Momcilovic is the one who got fouled. So it is an official review to see if it's in the act of shooting, and it certainly looked like it was. Whew. All right, so did they say what the call was? Yep, we're going to have some free throws coming on up. UConn ended up holding off Seton Hall. Ooh. Milan at the line. And Kansas fans going absolutely bananas. The first free throw, got it to go. This will be 3 free throw attempts for Iowa State here. They're just giving up a lot of wide open threes. They started off strong. They were making threes, and then Kansas got gas back in their tank. The second free throw by Milan got it, and he's able to connect. So he makes the first 2 foul shots. Milan, a junior from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. able to knock down all 3 foul shots. As a shooter from the line this year, I should mention that he's shooting 89% from the line. 71-50, Kansas up by 21 points, equivalent to 7 threes. Over on the near side with the rock is Jamarian Bateman, and we have another shot up, and it's good. Melvin Council Jr. off the dribble, able to make a splasher, and he now has 12 points. It was a pull-up J from Melvin Council. Here's a 3, and it's just off the mark. Offensive rebound, and a 3 again. No good. Heisey just subbed on in for Iowa State not too long ago. The ball does go out of bounds. 5 minutes and 55 seconds do remain here in this second half. Milan missed the corner 3. Tiller ended up getting the rebound. And Darryn Peterson is also going to sub on out for Kansas, too. Less than 6 minutes to go in this second half so far. 73-50. Kansas controlling the rock again on both sides. Flory Badunga still out there and gives it up over towards the near side. That's Melvin Council Jr. Council to McDowell. McDowell back to Council again. He's going to pass it and hand it off to Bryson Tiller. Tiller down low, and a 3-point shot off the pass by Tiller is no good. Not able to come up with the rebound there is Bryson Tiller as it got on by him. Here's a 3 by Iowa State, and that one is good. And that'll cut the deficit to 20. Taman Lipsy again knocking down the tray from straight on. 73-53. A drive over to the basket and a kick out towards the far side. And a baseline J, good, by Jamarian Bateman. He got the friendly roll that time, hitting it from the baseline. And now it's a 75-53 ball game. It was actually Jamari McDowell, that ended up making that shot. Bateman hit it, though. Hit the 3 a little bit earlier. Bateman playing really solid defense as he gets the ball back and puts up a runner and gets it to go. So now there's 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in this second half here. Kansas has done an incredible job just staying out in front and maintaining their lead, and they are looking to go 12-5 on the season and win their second game against the conference. Iowa State, again, 3-0 in the Big 12 conference, 16-0 on the season. A drive to the basket by Bateman again. It's up, and that one is good. 75-57. Bateman, who just got the steal, able to scoop and score. And 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this second quarter. Another drive to the basket. Another layup. Killed it! And one by Council. And just like that, another timeout taken. Let's go. Melvin Council Jr. getting fouled by Joshua Jefferson, who's been shivering cold in this game. And Council takes it right to him. Says, come to Papa. Nice stuff. Cool. Very cool. Dude, the Spurs got blown out today by the Thunder. Oof. How about that? We got a Sixers game tomorrow night. Doing Sixers and Cavs. And later at 11 o'clock, got ourselves another college game to do. And that's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure that you guys stay on for that. Got to start studying for that game. And we'll certainly do that tonight. And hopefully just hopefully you guys do enjoy the cast tomorrow. This is fun, man. It's actually like really nice to just be able to have a smaller community on here, and I really mean this. Have a smaller community and just be able to like work on the craft. You know, people are always like, you want to draw in like the big audience, and of course you do. But I'm so grateful because like we're able to try something new, and for those people that are sticking out with us, it means a lot because you expect me, of course, to be on my A game all the time. And you expect me to, to just be perfect at what I do. I'm not perfect. I'm really not. There's no such thing as anybody being perfect. And if this is anything, right, this is also a diary. This is also a vlog. And what I do sometimes, or what I do all the time, really, is I do go back, I do listen to myself, and I always critique myself, and I write down notes. What could I have done better? And it's not even just from the content-wise perspective on how things look. I don't necessarily do that. I more so critique my voice, my delivery, and just more so my preparation. Now, with this, you can definitely tell that the lack of preparation definitely did come on in to factor, but this is something that I'm going to get better at, and I wanted to challenge myself. If I were to do this for another network or somebody, of course I would have made the spotting charts. I would have taken it. Not saying that I didn't take this seriously, but this is more of a casual thing. Even though I try to keep it as professional as possible, but there would have been more prep work done for sure. But this is cool. I'll be able to go back to this, and we'll be able to build, which is what I want. That's exactly what I want. 77-57, Kansas up by 20. 3.5 minutes left to go in the second half. And the foul shot is up, and it is good. 21-point lead for the Jayhawks, and 3.5 minutes left to be played in this second half. Iowa State, as we take a look at the schedule ahead, as a 3 is up and no good, the Cyclones, who are 16-0, their next game that they play is going to be against Cincinnati. That'll be on January 17th, and then they play UCF as well. The game against Cincinnati will be at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and against UCF, that game will be at 7 o'clock. And as far as the Jayhawks go, Jayhawks who are up 78-57 in this game as we have another stoppage in play. Kansas is going to play against Baylor. That game will be on the 16th. That should be on Friday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And then they play on the 20th against Colorado. That game will start at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So they will be taking on the Colorado Buffaloes, who are 12-4 and are also 2-1 in the Big 12. 78-57. Another stoppage in play here. 2 minutes and 54 seconds left remaining in this second half. Look at Nebraska, man. 88-55 against Oregon. They are just absolutely destroying the Ducks. They're destroying them. Oh, gosh. Whew. Trey White at the line, 15 points, 5 for 7 shooting-wise from three-point range, and the first free throw that he puts up is no good. Going to hit off the back of the rim. Any news on Bo Bichette? I don't think so. Nope. Nada. Not a single thing on Bo. If you're Iowa State, like, what do you, if you're TJ Otzelberger, what do you say to your team after this type of a loss? How do you bounce back from this? 79-57, and the next free throw is good to give Kansas 80 points. Kate Kelderman is going to sub on in for Iowa State, so they're going to unleash their bench right now. They got Plata, Nelson, Bateman, Heise, and Kelderman on out there. Here's a 2 that's up, and it's good. Makes it now 80-59. Jamarian Bateman just made a layup, and Dominic Nelson got the assist there. Bedunga, Council, White, McDowell, and Jackson still out there for the Jayhawks with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this second half. Here's a steal on the other side by Iowa State. Council ended up having a bad pass. Jamarian Bateman got the steal. 2 minutes to go in the second half, and a 3, no good. It is way too strong. And a Jayhawk there to try to climb the ladder and get the rebound. And another foul will be called. Marco Jackson got the defensive board. It looked like that he got tangled up there a little bit. Nice. Good stuff. Okay. 1:59 left to go in this second half. We had a foul called on Nate Heise. Free throw number 1. It is up, and it's good. It was a 1-and-1 situation. 81-59 with 1:59 left to go. Is that Jock Vaughn? Jock Vaughn, part of the coaching staff. Huh. How about that? Former NBA head coach Jock Vaughn. 82-59. Marco Jackson was able to just drive it on inside, underhanded scoop with the left hand, and now that'll cut it 82-61. So if we take a look at the box score for both of these teams tonight, Kansas able to shoot 53% from the field, and Iowa State 37%. They were 9 for 27 from three-point range and shot 33% from downtown. 84-61. There's 1 minute left to go in this game. A little bit of some pick-and-roll action for Iowa State, and not being able to make a bucket that time is Blake Buchanan. Buchanan just not able to get that one to go. As far as the rebounding goes, it was pretty even. Kansas did a much better job rebounding in the second half. They were getting out-rebounded off the glass, and then they certainly responded. They stepped up, and they made some big-time rebounds. Only 8 assists for the Jayhawks and 7 for the schedule goes for tomorrow. We'll be doing the 76ers game. The Sixers, of course, take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. That game is going to be at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And then after that, we're back to college hoops as TCU takes on BYU at 11 o'clock p.m., and we'll have you covered for that. Thursday, we're not doing any streams. Friday, it'll be Sixers-Cavs. And then Saturday, we got a couple of NCAA basketball games. Kentucky at Tennessee at 12. Michigan against Oregon at 4. And then we got a Saturday night NFL playoff game that we'll be covering. 18 seconds left in this second half. Fumbling the basketball and almost losing it is Iowa State as they still come up with it. And the layup is up and in by Heise. All right, and that's going to wrap it up. The Kansas Jayhawks able to finally end Iowa State's 16-0 record. Iowa State gets handed its first loss of the season, and the Jayhawks do their job and come on in and absolutely destroy the Cyclones 84-63. That is the final score. What an upset. Just a crazy game. Alrighty, so that is going to wrap it up for me. Again, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ saying see you later. And I will catch you all tomorrow night. Love you all. Lila Tov.